YouTubers, welcome to Nottingham, where we stayed last night. Now the reason I stayed in Nottingham last night is because I managed to get loads done yesterday, and the first drop is about 20 minutes from here. So I came to Nottingham because the place I'm going in a minute is it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no phone signal. There's nothing. There's no shops. So I'll just come slightly further north and stopped in Northampton, in Nottingham even. So I'm off in a minute. I've not got too much on for the rest of the day. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. I've got 7, so it's about average really. And it's chucking it down. It's absolute chucking it down. As someone said yesterday, it's going to be raining today, and he was right. So I'm going to get a bit soggy today, I think. Hopefully not too soggy. And I'm just thinking, have I got any? I haven't got any bits I'm going to struggle with to get off, so I don't think it should be in the rain for too long. Famous last words, ain't it? Right, let's go.
Turn right, Waterway Street West, then take the second left.
Well, they turned the street lights off very early in Nottingham. Right, we're done. Mustang Sally. Yeah, just putting fun Mr. Little Corsa man. Oh look, it's got a stripe on it. He wants to race. I think the Mustang is going to win this one though. Wow, a Corsa 1.4 versus a Mustang.
After 40 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit, Rainsway.
Normally when I turn around here, in fact it's doing it again, every time I reverse up to these shutters behind me when I'm turning around, they always open. Helps if I put it in gear before I try and move. Oh, come on, man. Fucking silly, awkward twat. Nice one, mate. Cheers. Yeah, you wouldn't go, wouldn't you?
His mother told him someday you will be a man.
Great Scott. I'm nearly at 88 miles per hour.
Earth angel, please be. I'm gonna get you.
Right, apparently I've reached it. Wherever it is. Apparently it's an old school.
Cross the roundabout.
Somewhere down
Second
here.
exit. You have reached your destination on your left.
Have I? I'm not sure about that. Now this looks like an old school. Okay, so I've just done that one there now, and it is about an hour to Newark on. I've heard of it. Newark on Trent. Yeah, not quite in Newark on Trent. And then from there it's onto Mansfield and Sutton in Ashfield. So that's probably about another hour's drive. So there's 2 hours gone. It's 9:40 now. So I think I'll stop and have a little bit of breakfast, and then be on my way for that one. Still 17 miles away. Traffic's not so bad, but it's not great either. Meow. Oh, we're in a little tiny village. I think we're going through this little village and then going into an even smaller one. Wow, I've never seen a manned one before. Dum 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 dum. Oh, you're shitting me. For frig's sake. finally done at that one. Found another route, and then once I was there, it took another 30 minutes to get offloaded. Mainly because the guys who was offloading it was taking them off and having to go down this long alleyway around the back of some houses, and yeah, it took a while for each one. And I'm glad I didn't have to carry them because they was really, really heavy. Nah, not turning left there either. Fuck that. Piggies! There's some big fat pigs. So we're just entering the area of Sherwood Forest. And yes, it is a real place for those who are not from the UK. It's not just a made up story. Oh, we've been to this one before. It's difficult to get in because of all these cars from Hyundai parked on the street.
Turn right, Sovereign Way, then you have reached your destination on your right.
Why did they park the cars there? I don't think this is going to work, but I'll give it a try.
You have reached your destination on your right.
Just getting out is going to be a pain in the arse. Well, here already, that was only like 5 minutes drive.
Cross the roundabout, second exit, then turn right.
Trying to cut in front of a wagon. Ooh, that's
Cross
one
the
smashed on
roundabout,
truck.
second exit.
Sat-nav's trying to send me on an 11-mile detour because this road is 7.5 tonner except for access. But the destination is off this road.
At the end of the road, turn right.
One of them streets, is it? Yay. Bollards everywhere.
Turn right, New Street, then you have reached your destination on your right.
Car on the corner, great. It's not suitable for a Class 2 vehicle, this road.
Turn right, then turn left.
Take this one a bit wide. That was a grid, by the way.
At the end of the road, turn right, Chesterfield Road.
good when it's all snow covered. So I'm running out of driving time rapidly. Well, not rapidly, I'm running out of time normally. But I've got about 18 minutes left. So I'm hoping to get off this road before then.
Turn left, then turn right.
It's a bit windy, good place for some wind turbines here. Well, I've stopped here in the middle of nowhere because I've run out of driving time, pretty much. Amazingly though, I've got 4G signal here. Don't know how, but anyway. I wanted to. I'm going to just put this back on the mount. I want to speak to you about working time and driving time because a few people have been asking for it. I have said it before in the past, but I'll go over it again because more people have been asking for it. Okay, so you've got two things you need to worry about. We don't need to worry about them. You'll understand them eventually. You've got two things you need to sort out. One is your driving regulations, and the other one is your European working time regulations. So you've got them both running side by side. Okay, so I'll cover the driving part first. Obviously, you probably know this already. You can drive up to a maximum of 4.5 hours, and then you must, by law, take a 45-minute break. You can break that down into 2 breaks. So you can have a 15-minute break. The last break must be a 30-minute break. You can't have a 30 and then a 15. So halfway through the morning, you can just stop, have 15 minutes break, and then later on, when your driving time's nearly up, just have another 30 minutes break, and that's you done. Then that's you reset for another 4.5 hours. And then if you need to go into the 9th hour, for whatever reason you need to get home, then you're going to need to take another 45-minute break. You can break that one down as well, 15-minute and a 30, and then you can drive for 1 more hour after that, maximum, and that's your 9 hours. That'll take you up to 10 hours. So the standard working day driving time per day is 9 hours. You can extend it to 10 hours, and I can't remember if it's twice a fortnight or twice every 14 days. So it's not like after 2 weeks it resets. It's consecutive, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on the 2 weeks thing there. But basically that's your driving time sorted. So you've got 15-minute break and then a 30-minute break. That's what most people do. If you don't want to have a 15-minute break, that's fine. You can drive up to your 4.5 hours or just before it, and then take a 45-minute break. It's entirely up to you. Whatever you want to do, you're driving. And if anyone else tells you any different, like a company tells you you've got to split them up or you've got to have them all together, ignore them, because it's your working time, it's your driving time, not theirs. So you've got that's put to one side, and then you've got the European working time regulations, which basically say you're not allowed to work for more than 15 hours per day. That's work, not driving. You also have to have breaks as well. You've got to have in a 9-hour period, you have to have a 45-minute break. Officially, I think it's an hour's break, but your driving time supersedes it. So bear with me if I'm losing you. I'll get back on track in a second. So you've got within the 9 hours, you've got to have a 45-minute break for a driver, and you can split that up as well. Now, within the first 6 hours, if you have a 15-minute break, that will basically, so you start work at 6 in the morning, have a break before dinner time, before 12 o'clock, and that's that part sorted. Then if you take another 30 minutes break after 12, it can be any time after 12, as long as it's not after 3 o'clock. Because you start at 6, 9 hours after 6 is 3 o'clock. So that will then push you back for another 6 hours, if you're with me, if I've not lost you. So then that will basically take you back round to your 15-hour period of a working day. So what you've got to do though is you've got to balance them both. You can do them both at the same time. So you don't have to have a 15-minute driving break and then a 15-minute working time break. You can have them together. It doesn't make no difference. So I normally do. The reason I normally have a 15-minute break as early as possible is because then I'm covered should I go over the 6 hours. So sometimes I'll start work, I'll get to the first drop, I'll head towards the next one, pull over, a 15 minutes break, and that's me then covered until my working time, until the working time is up, as in 6 hours are up, and then I can take another 30-minute driving break when my driving hours up, because they usually coincide with about that time in the afternoon of whenever you finish your break. I'm losing myself here now, so I'll try and summarise it a bit better because I'm not very good at explaining this. I wouldn't make a good CPC instructor. Okay, so in the morning, have your 15-minute break if you prefer to have that. Have a 15-minute break, which will do your driving time, and it'll cover your working time up until 6 hours after you started work. Right, break time over. Ready to go home. An hour and 35 minutes away.